you've heard the entire conversation with Republic of this woman called Barbara Jarabika, believed to have been the friend. Now, the family of Mehul Choksi has called, and the legal team of Mehul Choksi has called her a lot of names. And she has spoken to Republic TV in what has been a very detailed interview, and she shared a few chats, and these are her claims. And we have these chats with us. Let me show that now. Abhishek, look at this chat. It's dated the 15th of April. Abhishek will join us now, but look at this chat closely. Now, it's on the 15th of April. It's from the 15th of April. And she said in her interview to Republic TV that she's been in touch with Mehul Choksi since August 2020. She first met him in August 2020 when she came to Antigua. Now, here she says in April, this chat dated the 15th of April, she claimed that she sent her live location and she said that she was 16 minutes away, sorry. And she claimed that Choksi responded saying no worries, and then she sent a picture of the gate, right? And this is a rather scandalous chat that she shared with Republic TV. This is as per her claim. Now, this is the name on this chat is Raj, because she said that Choksi claimed that his name was Raj, and that's how she knew him, as Raj and not Mehul Choksi. And sharing exchanges with him, where he's believed to have said, okay, have a great trip, back end, stay safe. And he said, thank you. And then there's a missed call on the 16th of April here, where you know, you have the time of the call as well. Oh, just missed your call, on flight already, taking off soon, etc. And some intimate messages she claimed was sent by Mehul Choksi, some kisses and emoji, etc., etc. And yeah, and this next message dated the 28th of April. This is the Choksi Barbara chats dated the 28th of April, where Mehul Choksi says, and I quote, please come back for me. You are the most fun to have on this beautiful island. Fasting has completed yesterday. We'll share secret of her magic I experienced. We'll share in a day or two. On a sad note, not happy what's happening in India. It's probably a most miserable moment in a century. May God get her out of this soon. Anything I could do for you, please let me know always. Let's get over with this distance once and for all. Now, this is what she has shared with Republic TV, and she has shared her responses as well. It's been a busy week, but productive. Sorry for the late reply. I will text you tomorrow properly. All of these exchanges happening on the 30th of April before Choksi went missing from Antigua. And she's got a set of responses. And this is the text closer to when Choksi reportedly went missing from Antigua, 4th of May. Now, this is what she has claimed. It's completely her version, right? Now, she says, how can I be, this is what she said Choksi had sent her. And I'm just reading out from this. How can I be upset with you? It's an emoji of a heart. It's love at first sight, perhaps. I don't know. Accept whatever you are, however you are. Cannot get upset nor angry. I'm here always for you with no expectations. Life is short. Just pick few things close to my heart, close to the eyes, and can feel you around. I know you are busy. And it's a little intimate. It goes on and on. Goes on and on. And then she responds with a few more emojis and saying, text you tomorrow, or when I can, just too late, etc. Now, these are scandalous messages, and this is what she, by the way, who has been mentioned by Mehul Choksi. Mehul Choksi in his complaint has mentioned this woman called Barbara Jarabika. Complaint, person named number 1 is unknown, person named 2 is Barbara Jarabika, and he goes on to make a series of allegations against her in that complaint to the Antiguan police. And the story gets interesting because she gave a very detailed interview to Republic TV where she said that Choksi introduced herself to her as Raj, and she shared some of the screenshots of the interaction with Mehul Choksi. This is another chat from the 7th of May. Choksi reportedly says question mark where, and she says Raj question mark new number, and in a conversation with Republic TV she goes on to talk about how Mehul Choksi often contacted her from different numbers, from UK numbers sometimes, from American numbers sometimes, and she says Raj, and introduced himself as Raj to her. Look at this, for example, 14th of May, closer to when he's reported to have gone missing. Hi, I'm on this number now, Raj, sorry, as this has the most battery life, a new number once again. And she says, you're killing me, Mr. Mysterious, few more days, etc., etc., 14th of May. And she told Republic TV today in the conversation, that 23rd of May is when she last met him, right? And she goes on to detail the sequence of events. And this is an undated chat. Raj, once again, who she claimed Choksi had introduced himself as to her. She says, he reportedly said, lovely to have you here. Do you need anything, car or whatever? Can you offer? Can come to my office at any time, at Jolly anytime, that is Jolly Harbour. Anytime you can suggest will be okay. My office above Alporto, or can meet at home or at restaurant as you like. Where are you staying, etc., etc. And she goes on to respond about where she's staying in Jolly Harbour in Antigua, and he responds reportedly, okay, just let me know timing, we'll plan accordingly. Sure, we'll look forward to. She responds saying tomorrow super flexible. Better meet me tomorrow then. Okay, join for lunch if you like, is what Mehul Choksi says in response, or anything post 10 is okay. And then she says, let's go around Jolly. I have a small car, Kia, but we can swap to the golf car too. And she spoke about how she often met Mehul Choksi at his office, or sometimes at her residence or her apartment, and sometimes at the hotel, or they would often go for walks. Now, these are some of the chats that she has shared. That's completely her version. She has shared with Republic TV. Mehul Choksi, of course, has a different version altogether. Abhishek, but a very, very interesting conversation with this mystery woman called Barbara Jarabika. When I asked her where she was, she said, I'm back in Europe. She says, I'm back in Europe, and I don't want to get into this mess. The only two Indians I knew were Govind, the chef at the hotel, and Raj, aka Mehul Choksi.
Niranjan, between these chats and the conversation that you had, a pattern emerges. One, that Mehul Choksi, the fugitive economic offender on the run from India, is still wanting to live a good life and has the wherewithal in terms of yachts, villas, money to spend on women to really to try and live that life. Two, he's using an alias. He's trying to still find ways to dodge the agencies. He's using a different name. Then the multiple SIM cards that Barbara suggests that he used to approach her. Every time he would be calling from a different number. So essentially, while he has the money that he swindled through the scam at his disposal to continue to live the good life, and on the other, he knows that the agencies would be on his chase, and he's trying to dodge them. So also, Niranjan, the plan to perhaps escape to Cuba with Barbara, or suggesting to her that if they can go there, good life awaits them, because he suggests that there is a yacht, there is a villa, and of course by now he has almost convinced her that there is a lot of money. He maintains an office in Antigua and is trying to live a life that had he not committed the scam, with all the money he would have lived in India or anywhere else. So I think these are big revelations, Niranjan, that have come out of this interview, a longish one that you have conducted with this girl who was till now being described as, variously described as the mystery woman, or the girlfriend Mr. Mehul Choksi cultivated in Antigua. She pushed the record straight that it was Choksi who was trying to get her on his side, and perhaps had larger plans. Forget for a moment about the sleaze part of it, if I could. But the plan to dodge the agencies, the plan to want to live life, good life on the swindled money, and this thought at the back of his mind that at some stage he might be caught, because he says life is short. So I think a lot of stuff coming out. Perhaps it will help the agencies. More importantly, it should help the court in Dominica to really come to a conclusion that if the Prime Minister of Antigua, their neighboring nation, is on record saying that his citizenship is contested, in fact had been rescinded, and with all these facts coming out about he dodging the Indian agencies, I think it's an open and shut case, as I have maintained, that Mehul Choksi should be repatriated, sent back to India, and he should submit himself to the process of law in the country.
Well, one thing is for certain, Abhishek, that the story is getting very, very interesting. She's back in Europe, she claims, and she says she has nothing to do with this entire episode, doesn't want to talk about the merits of the case. But the fact that she has spoken out, I think, will add a lot to where the case stands legally. She's been named as one of the accused in this case by Mehul Choksi. Let's see where the story goes. For now, Abhishek, thank you for joining us. The only interview, so she's spoken to a lot of media houses for a few minutes perhaps, but a 45-minute interview on Republic TV going into details of who she is, when she met Choksi, circumstances under which she met Choksi on that day when he went missing in Antigua, and all about Choksi's background. Interestingly, Abhishek, she makes a mention of how Choksi had an office in Jolly Harbour in Antigua with a wardrobe which had only jewelry in it. And
exactly.
She speaks about how he often, removed jewelry, displayed it, and she wanted her, interestingly, to be a business partner. So here is someone who's on the run from India in Antigua, still in the jewelry business, wanted business partners. And she said one particular case, she talks about how she was given a diamond ring, went and had it sort of checked when she was doing her checks for partners, possible potential. And someone spoke about how, yes, it was interesting, but it's a showpiece. So, a lot of questions also, I think, will have to be asked of how this man started his business, revived rather his business on the run in Antigua as well. Very, very interesting, but I think we've run out of time for now. Abhishek, thank you for joining us, and the entire conversation will also be uploaded on republicworld.com. 45-minute interview with this so-called mystery woman. She says, I was never his girlfriend, friend and business partner at best.